Blog Talk Radio.
But we are making a stand, and we're waking everybody up that 9/11 was an inside job. And you are the minority. You are the cowards who don't know the truth. You're the people that serve this evil system. You're the people that serve a system that hurts innocent men, women, and children. Not just Iraqis, not just Afghans, not just Africans, but the people right here in this nation. You serve a new world order that attacks and feeds on you. And I'm here to tell you that you will be defeated. Your hours are numbered. We've got the energy. We've got the life force. All you've got is evil backing you up. All you've got is greed and liking to look at yourself in the mirror. Because deep down, the New World Order is a pot-bellied, chicken-neck ninny. And all the armor and all the weapons are nothing. You are nothing compared to good. You are nothing compared to life. And you will be defeated.
Hello?
I want the individuals out there, I want free humanity to turn themselves loose, to cut the chains loose, and to use the end of that chain to slap the New World Order right upside the head. You've got the power. You want to know who can defeat the New World Order? It is you. You're the individuals that are going to be able to defeat this system. You're the individuals that are going to be able to take down the New World Order. It doesn't matter if Ron Paul wins. It doesn't matter if they rig the election. What matters is that we're starting to stand up. We're starting to move. We're starting to find our legs. We're starting to build our muscle. We're starting to realize that we do have power, and we can work together, and we can take action, and that the naysayers are a pack of weak liars who have never had any successes in their life and who are upset and frustrated to see us beginning to have victory against tyranny. They don't have any respect for themselves. They don't have any vision, and they don't have any will. And they sure don't have any of the power that shines out of God's soul and energizes all life in the universe. They have wed themselves to death. And they will crumble, and they will fall, and for eternity, we wed ourselves to life, and to everything good, and everything that flows from it.
Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second: surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because from our side he's heard voices pleading for peace at any price, or better rev than death, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. If nothing in life is worth dying for, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead, who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis, didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not advance. Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
All right, everybody, Joseph Gibson Broadcasts from Greensboro, North Carolina. How's everybody doing tonight? Just like Ronald Reagan said, will we sentence our children to 1,000 years of darkness? How many of you out there are willing to stand up against the globalist corporations and the New World Order? How many of you? I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 90 years old, 89 years old, you're in bad shape. You can still operate a radio. You can still pull a trigger. Okay? You should be prepared and ready, always. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know when the New World Order is going to happen. You know, I remember when George Bush, the maggot he was, who gave his 5 New World Order speeches in 1991, one of them on September 11th, 1991. Doesn't that date sound familiar? September 11th, 1991? Remember 2011? 2011? September 11th, 2001. Excuse me. I apologize for that. But remember what happened when they blew up the World Trade Centers? They blew them up. I don't want to hear planes crashed in and brought them all down. It was all a scam. How many of you read the 9/11 Commission report? None of you probably out there. I have. All lies. You want to talk about George Bush? George Bush, a maggot. The maggot he was. The maggot president he was. And his father was a worst maggot. Oh, my goodness. The CEO of IG Fargan. Look it up. Instead of watching your flat-screen TVs, worrying about your iPhones and all that other crap, George Bush's daddy was the CEO of IG Fargan. You know what IG Fargan did? They supplied the Nazis with the nerve gas to kill millions of Jews. You won't hear that on the corporate news media. No, all you'll see is the idiot Bob Dole standing up and saluting George Bush, his casket. Another Skull and Bones member. You know what Skull and Bones is? Do you know what it is? Look it up. You got the internet at your fingertips. Look it up. Yale, New Haven University, Skull and Bones, the tomb of Skull and Bones. Yeah. Bohemian Grove. Do you know what that is? Many of you don't. But we've got a lot to cover here on tonight's show. And apparently, we have pissed off Amazon. Amazon apparently is wanting to come after us now for taxes. This is what they said in an email. I want to get to that email here. I want to read it to you. Okay. Action requested. Retake KDP tax interview. And they said in the email that, let's see here. I'm going to read it to you right now, live on the air, because I got nothing to hide. And we exposed Amazon last Tuesday night, if you missed that radio program, actually. We got Alex, a supervisor, from the Philippines, because, you know, people in the Philippines and India answer your questions. All right? Let's see here. Amazon. This is what they said to me in my email, or actually another email. You recently moved your account from CreateSpace. Lie. Lie number one. Amazon bought CreateSpace. Okay? We went over this on the last show. Amazon bought CreateSpace. And this is what they say, though. You recently moved your account from CreateSpace to Kindle Direct Publishing. Our records indicate your current tax information on KDP may be different than the information used for your CreateSpace account. To ensure that we have the most current information, please take a moment to update your account by December 31st, 2018. So they want us to pay taxes on money that they stole from us. Now, Amazon, this is how the globalists work. You see, they have a central banking scheme, okay? They'll send their IRS thugs with guns and SWAT teams to arrest you if you don't pay a tax that you did not owe from the beginning. And this is why we educate people on what the Federal Reserve Bank is really about. You don't walk into a bank and get a mortgage, you give a mortgage. You're borrowing money at interest, that money you created through your signature. For God's sake, look at your birth certificate. I've told many of you, do you still have a copy of your birth certificate? In the right-hand corner. I know Elizabeth Rondo's on the phone tonight. Guess what? I looked up my great-grandparents and great-grandmother, great-grandfather's birth certificate. And sure enough, in the right-hand corner, there are bank routing numbers. Imagine that. You're being traded on Wall Street, folks. You're being traded on Wall Street. You are a corporate United States citizen. But this is what Amazon does, okay? And we're going to call Amazon tonight. We will call Amazon again. I've got some other different numbers here. Maybe I can get some answers. And then we're going to call the Connecticut State Department of Corrections again. I've got several different numbers here to call. And I'm going to take Leroy's advice. I'm going to be sweet and honest. And I'm going to be kind to them. Because that's how you abstract information from people. And that's what we're going to do. And the other night I was kind of a little boisterous, and I was direct. And what happens when you deal with a state authority, a state corporation, a state that warehouses people, they fight back, and they'll hang up on you. So we're going to be nice tonight when we call them. We're going to be kind. You know, can you give me... And we're going to get a spokesperson from the Department of Corrections, actually. I also worked on this off air. We're going to get somebody here. I already have the phone numbers to contact. I've already spoken to people, but I'm just doing something to show you how people react. Because this is, you know, you need to understand this when you react in society today. And you have to understand the truth. You have to understand the times in which we live in today. You need to understand public policy. We don't have public law anymore. And I've been debating with people on Facebook. You know, I have tens of thousands of followers. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I have over 1,300 friends on Twitter that follow me and follow this show. So we are being listened to by thousands of people here tonight. And they told me that. And I invited a lot of these liberals to come onto the program and speak their mind. But liberals are cowards because they have an agenda. You know, they hide the Antiva. I contacted Antiva. I said, come on to my show. Come on, talk. You want to hide behind a mask? Come on. You know, and I won't. But people are scared. They're scared of Blog Talk Radio because of the other Blog Talk Radio shows out there that censor people and want to screen people. I don't do that. We're 100% live. I don't do that. And if you listen to the last 4 shows we've done, we've exposed Amazon. We exposed Channel 2 News here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Now they're kissing my ass, sending me messages. Thank you so much for your kind reply. I didn't kindly reply to you. You're a corporate media station. But that's what I do here on Blog Talk Radio. I expose the truth. Okay? So without further ado, we've got a lot to do here tonight. I want to contact the copyright office of Amazon. I got a new number here that many of you may not have. And they may be closing. They're in Seattle, Washington, of course. We know that. So let's call them. I promise we're not going to listen to music tonight. We're not going to be on hold forever. But I want to contact them and see what's going on here. Amazon. Yeah, criminal Amazon. The globalist corporation that receives tens of millions of dollars in money that you work and sweat for. I'm not going to say tax dollars because your taxes don't pay for the roads. They don't pay for the police officers. We have a central bank called the Federal Reserve that prints the money at will. For God's sake, take the time and look it up. Understand where money really comes from. But hang on, let's call the copyright. Well, actually, this is a customer service number for Amazon. I got to get my notes here together. All right, but let's call them and see what happens. If we're on hold, I'll hang up on them.
The number you are dialing is not in service.
Oh, God, it's not in service. Okay, that's not in service. Oh, boy. All right, that one's not in service. So, and this is where you get your internet information from, folks. It's all a big fat lie. So let's call it. All right, here's the Copyright Office right now, because I would like to talk to the Copyright Office of Amazon. And if you know the United States copyright laws, you would understand that only the copyright holder can claim infringement. Okay, but many of you probably don't. So we're going to call them and see what happens. All right.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please try again.
Yeah, let's try again. Yeah, okay. We'll try again. All right, let's call this other number. See, this is what they do to you, folks. They post all these numbers on the internet. All right, I've got another one here. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, yeah, Amazon. All right, here we go. This guy actually spoke to me on the phone, so I know this number is real. And then we'll get to the Connecticut Department of Corrections, and we're going to expose them tonight, too. But I'm going to do it kindly. I'm going to take everyone's advice. Maybe I'm dialing it wrong. Let's see here. 432. Hang on here. Oh, hang on. I typed it in wrong. Hang on. 432 21. Hang on. 432 2144. Let's call them and see if we can get somebody here on the line from Amazon again.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please try again.
Right. Well, maybe I'm typing it in wrong. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Hang on, folks. I know what I'm doing wrong. Just be patient, please. Oh, maybe they changed all their numbers and they're blocking me. Who knows? Because we know Amazon's coming after us for tax money now, for money that they never paid. And we will be contacting attorneys next on this program. Let's try this one. Let's see here.
Thank you for calling. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time, or please hold while we connect your call. We are not currently available. Please leave your message after the tone, and we'll contact you back as soon as we can.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. This is Joseph Gibson from Blog Talk Radio, a worldwide radio show, Amazon. I spoke to you about a week ago, and you're failing to answer the telephone number that you gave me to call. And, they just hung up on me. All right. See, they don't even let you leave a message. And that's what Amazon does, folks. That's what they do. That's what Amazon does. And listen, I'm not afraid of Jeff Bozo. I'm not. I will be contacting my local district attorney's office tomorrow or the next day. And wouldn't that be a great news story if the magistrate down here was willing to swear out a warrant for the CEO of Amazon for theft? You remember, I don't have to prove my case to a magistrate. All I have to do is swear out a warrant for his arrest. That's all I got to do. How would the corporate media react to that? That would be very interesting, wouldn't it? And that's my plan. Because like I said in the introduction here tonight, never, like Winston Churchill said, never, never, never give up, never give in, never, never, never. And when you're in the face of defeat, you never give up. That's what we do here on this radio program. And we have archive shows, we have emails. But like I said, when you go to your local magistrate here in North Carolina, you don't need to prove your case. All you got to do is swear out a warrant. And even though it's an out-of-state warrant, we will swear out a warrant for Jeff Bezos if he fails to address our complaints within the next 24 hours. Because I know you're listening, Amazon. I can see a lot of numbers on my screen here tonight. I know you're listening, you corporate thugs. How would you like your CEO to have to come to Rockingham County, North Carolina, and face a warrant for his arrest? Of course, he probably won't have to show up. He'll send his multi-million-dollar lawyers to appear, and that's what he'll do. But I'll file for a motion for summary judgment or a motion to not to vacate the warrant, and I will appear there in court, and I will demand the grand larceny that they have committed. And I will show emails, documentation of what they did. Okay? So you want to come after us through the IRS, Amazon? Is that what you want to do? You go right ahead, you dirtbags. Go right ahead. I know you're listening out there, Amazon. I know you're listening. And let's see here. Another number here in the chat room here for Amazon. I'll call that number, my friend. I'll call that number. Hang on, let me get that number here documented. And we did this last Tuesday, and we will continue to do this until I get answers. Okay? Until I get answers. And but I'm not going to let everyone wait on hold here tonight like I did last time. I just want, let's see here. Let's see what they got to say here.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This call could be recorded for quality assurance. Tell me briefly why you're calling. You can say things like, I don't have my package, my Kindle ebook purchase, or my Amazon video.
I don't have my package.
Thank you for holding. We'll be with you as soon as possible. Note that answers to common questions may be found on the help pages of our retail website, and you may always email us by following the Contact Us links on the website.
Yep. Okay, here we go. And this is when they put you on hold, folks. And we're going to get them again here, and we're going to try to expose Amazon, a globalist corporation here live on the radio. And then we're going to call after this to Connecticut Department of Corrections. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Thank you for calling Amazon Customer Service. My name is Ace. May I have your name, please?
Oh, your name is Ace. Where are you located at, Ace, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm located at Manila, Philippines.
Oh, the Philippines. Oh, I spoke to the Philippines the other night. I'm calling about my Amazon Prime Video account. I received an email, actually, from you. But the other night, the gentleman couldn't look it up on for some reason. But we received an email, and it says, this is what the email says, if you could look it up, and I'll give you my email address. You recently moved your account from CreateSpace to Kindle Direct Publishing. Our records indicate your current tax information on KDP may be different than the information you used for your CreateSpace account. Now, first, before I begin, sir, I never moved anything from CreateSpace. Amazon bought CreateSpace, and I'm going to read you an email from Amazon that they sent to us about 14 months ago. Amazon is now taking over video demand, blah, 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 and we've created an account for you, and the transition will be smooth, and all accounts will be transferred to Amazon without any problems. If you have any questions, contact Amazon.com. So your email that you sent me, I never recently moved my account from CreateSpace. So I'm wondering if you could look up my account, please, somehow. Kindle Direct Publishing. Yes, okay, great.
Can I have the email address as well?
My email is joegibsonisHome@yahoo.com.
I'm sorry, can you spell it out for me?
It's very simple. Joe Gibson, JoeGibson, is home, HOME, @yahoo.com. And that's one of the accounts that I had created on CreateSpace, and I was promised I'd be grandfathered in to Amazon. And I believe I spoke to one of your supervisors, Alex, from the Philippines last Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So I was just, I don't know if you know Alex or not. Maybe you're in a different office. I don't know. But it's kind of quite funny that I'm speaking to the Philippines tonight, Mr. Ace. That's your name, Ace, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good. Can you look up my account information, please?
Yeah, I'm still looking. I'm still trying to pull up the account.
Okay. How about this? Can you look up GMG Media Group? That's another, maybe you could look that up, maybe? Because you guys closed our account. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to tell you, in August of this year, you guys closed our accounts, and there were $32,000. Net royalties were $64,000, and then, the income we were supposed to receive was about $32,000. You guys closed our accounts, and we just can't seem to get any type of reaction from Amazon. I mean, I mean, if I may ask real quick here, do you have a corporate office, a phone number that I can contact, maybe a legal team?
Let me just search on that, okay?
Yeah, search on that. But I can't be on. No, I don't want to be on hold for 5.5 hours and then you hang up on me. That's my point, sir.
All right, I'm trying to pull up the GMG Media Group.
You don't see anything, do you?
Is it the complete email address?
Well, how about well, my email was joegibsonishome@yahoo.com. That was one of the accounts that I created, and then my family had several other accounts. So I don't know if they're available to give out personal information here. But my email, where I was receiving royalty checks from Amazon, from CreateSpace for several years, and then once Amazon took over, 9 months later they closed us down. They shut us down. So I was just wondering, through my name and through my email, if you could look up my account information, or has that been deleted from your system? Because recently we just got an email, like I told you, and it reads what I just told you prior. And it said, best regards, and blah, 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 Kindle Publishing. Maybe you could look up Kindle, log in, because I got a link here that says I could log into my Kindle account, https://kdpamazon.com ENUS. Would that be helpful for you?
It will be needing the email address. So, anyway, let's just focus to this Joe Gibson home. Am I getting it correctly? It's Joe Gibson home@yahoo.com.
No, you're not getting it correctly, sir. You're not getting it correctly. It's Joe Gibson is home@yahoo.com, sir.
ISHOME, correct?
Very good. Good job. Good job, Ace. Good job. And that's my email. And I was receiving royalties for many years, and all of a sudden they just stopped. And I got no notice from Amazon whatsoever. And I'm just wondering, that's not the promise that was received when Amazon took over CreateSpace. I have that email too. I read it to you. Amazon promised, and we're supposed to be grandfathered in under UCC law -419-87, and also under North Carolina law. If any company buys out another company, therefore that company or what have you is grandfathered in, and therefore your policies or that you claim you may have do not apply. It's kind of like Ace, real quick, let me put it in more simpler terms. It's kind of like if the drinking age is 18 and they change it to 21, all people that are 18 years old are grandfathered in and they're still able to buy alcohol. Would that be more simpler terms, basically? They're grandfathered in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't pay. Okay, good. I'm glad you understand. Very good.
I understand, sir. But the email address you have provided me is not appearing on my end.
Oh, it's not? Well, how about this email?
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? JOCOCO116@yahoo.com. Because I have an email sitting right in front of me right now from Amazon, and it says to Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP support @amazon.com. Can I get some answers here?
All right, just 1 second.
Yep. You got that email I gave you, sir?
Yeah, I see here 2 emails, but I have to confirm which one here is associated to you.
Oh, now, so you see the 2 emails now. Okay, very good.
Mm-hmm. All right, to confirm, can you please provide a complete billing address?
A billing address is irrelevant, sir. I provided you with an email address. You don't have my billing address.
Yeah, but
there's no
I can't
billing.
access the account. The system is it's not allowing me to proceed because it is asking for the billing.
Yeah, but we never provided you with a billing address. We never provided you with a billing address. I mean, I could give you. How about this? I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you an address right now. How about 524 WIL space OPAT Road, Reidsville, North Carolina 27320. I mean, I don't understand why you can't access my account through the email. You guys sent me an email, and you said you saw the 2 emails in front of you, and now you want to verify information.
Sir, the address that you have given to me is incorrect.
Oh, it's incorrect. How about 264 Red Oak Drive, Stokesdale, North Carolina? How about that one? Because that's where we got our tax forms mailed to us. So how about that one?
All right.
What email are you looking at right now? What email are you looking at? You said you saw 2 emails. What email are you looking at?
It's the JOCOCO116@yahoo.com, and the other one is the same.
Okay, so both emails. Okay, very good. And I read the email to you, and I'll tell you what, I'll verify to you everything that email says so you can verify I'm telling you the truth. Okay? It says, hello, and this was dated 12/17/2018 at 18:03:43 p.m. Kindle Direct Publishing wrote, hello, you recently moved your account from CreateSpace, which is a big fat lie. We never did. Amazon did. And to Kindle Direct Publishing, our records indicate your current tax information on KDP may be different than the information used for your CreateSpace account, which it's not. It's always remained the same. To ensure that we have the most current information, please take a moment to update your account by December 31st, 2018. And it says, number 1, log into your account at https://KDP, Amazon.com, ENUS. I went over that already. Under My Account, select Tax Information. At the bottom of the page, click View, Provide Tax Information. Click Take Interview. Follow steps to completion. And then it goes on and on and on. Tax forms are eligible. You have blah, 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 blah. And for more information on tax forms, please visit blah, blah, blah. And it takes you nowhere. So what I'm trying to find out is what's going on here at Amazon. Why are we receiving this Why did I receive that email, sir? Can you answer that question?
Thank you, sir, for reading the email for me. But like what I said, I can't do any modification or to check further or investigate further because I have to access your account and I need the billing address. The system is not allowing.
There's no billing. What do you mean billing address? We're a publisher on Amazon. There is no billing address. I'm a publisher on Amazon. There's no billing address. That's what. Maybe you should understand that. You said you have the 2 emails in front of you. That's what you said 3 minutes ago, and we're live on Blog Talk Radio worldwide, ACE, from the Philippines. That's what you told me. I could play it back for you if you like. You have the email, so you accessed my account. Obviously, you
Sir,
see the email.
I'm asking. These 2 emails needs authentication. It needs verification.
But they don't need authentication. No. What do you mean authentication? What information do you need from me? You need my billing address?
I need information with you before I can access your account. Our security system requires that I type in this information exactly.
No, sir. No, sir. You said you read the emails you sent me. You said you had both of them in front of you. That's what you said. I can play it back for you.
I have the email address.
You said, yes, sir. That's not what you said. Sir, that's not what you said. You said you have the 2 emails in front of you.
Please.
No, you did not. No, sir. You did not say that to me. I could play you back the audio.
Help you with your problem.
Of course you cannot. Nobody at Amazon can help me with any problems. But you sent me an email and you said you were looking at them. That's what you said 4 minutes and 22 seconds ago. I could play you back your live voice live on worldwide internet radio.
Sure.
Now I'm asking
Go ahead.
you. No, don't interrupt me, please. I'll let you speak.
Okay.
I didn't interrupt you when you were speaking. Okay? Now my question for you. Do you have a phone number to a superior that you have to answer to you? Do you have a phone number, again, that you have a superior to answer to, that I can call live or whatnot, or email, whatnot? Do you have a superior to answer to for the third time?
All right, just 1 sec.
1 second. You don't know who your superior is. Okay. Real quick before you hang up on me, do you have an employee ID number that I could be in reference to by any chance? Because, I mean, even hot dogs have last names. Do you have an employee ID number?
I'm sorry, but I'm not able to provide that.
Why not? Why not? Is it secretive? Are you a secret is Amazon a secretive organization?
Security purposes, sir.
Security purposes.
I can even verify your account now. So how would I trust
now you can't. Oh, now you can't even verify my account. Oh God, everything's disappearing. We're throwing it in the trash, aren't we, Ace? Delete it. Delete it. Quick, Ace. Quick. This guy knows what he's talking about. Ace, can you answer my question? Do you have a contact number where you can call a superior? Can you answer that question? No, I don't want to be connected to your supervisor and wait on hold for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm asking you for a direct number that I can call again for the fifth time. I can transfer
you over to my supervisor.
I don't want to be transferred, sir. I want a direct phone number to your corporate office. Who is above your supervisor? Do you know? Do you know, or do you just work in the Philippines and take phone calls and then push people off and pass the buck? Is that what it is, sir, Ace? I mean, is this any way to treat a customer of Amazon?
Number to our heads, we need an approval from our supervisor first. So if you want to be,
you need an approval. Whoa! Hang on a second here. Your customer service, Ace, and if I call in as a customer and I ask, can I have a phone number to your supervisor? You're telling me I need approval from somebody? Is that how Amazon treats their customers, Ace? Now, come on, let's talk human being to human being. You're in the Philippines. I'm here in North Carolina. I mean, come on. I don't know what religion you are. I don't care.
I offered you a while ago that I'm transferring you over to my supervisor, but you declined.
No, I didn't decline that. No, I didn't. I didn't refuse. I asked. No, you refused.
I'm currently recording our conversation right now, so please, sir.
Oh, so am I.
Let's be human
here. So am I, sir. Can you transfer me to your supervisor then? I'm not refusing. Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Transfer me to your supervisor.
Stay on the line, okay?
Thank
you so much.
Yeah, I'll stay on the line for 5 hours. Yeah, sure. Jackass. And that's what they do, folks. Amazon exposed again on blogtalkradio.com. That's what you get when you ask questions. And they're going to keep us on hold for an hour and 20 minutes. That's what they're going to do. I'm going to give them 5 minutes, and after that, I'm going to go ahead and move on with the next part of the show. Because we know Ace from the Philippines, that's not really his name, Ace, doesn't give a shit about you. But you dumb sheep continue to shop at Amazon. You continue it. Let me take one caller here. This caller is going to be in. I think this is Bitbanker. He knows what I'm going through. Go ahead, Bitbanker.
You're wasting your time. Just let them talk and you give the answers. Stop talking to them. All they want is your information. That's all they want. Let them give you the information.
Well, the problem is they won't give us any information.
Thank you for holding.
Because they have to verify the account.
To us and will be answered by the first.
You're right. You're not going to get any information from Amazon. They've got it all wrapped up to where they're not going to talk to you or tell you what you want to know. So it's basically a waste of time.
Well, it's not a waste of time. What we're doing here is this is a live radio program, and again, we expose the lack of customer service from Amazon. But the sheep out there and the zombies who are all medicated up, walking around, they will continue to shop at Amazon, and little do they know they're lemmings going over a cliff. Remember that song, the Pink Floyd song, Another Brick in the Wall? That's all you are to them. They don't care about you. We've demonstrated this. And I'm going to give them 2.5 more minutes, and then I'm going to hang up or put them in a private chat room, and they'll hang up on me. That's what they do best.
Your call is very important.
Yeah, thank you. It's very important to you. I'm sure it is. Oh, yeah, customer service representative. Customer service? What a joke. We're going to call the Connecticut Department of Corrections next on this program. I'm lining up phone numbers right now as we speak. And I already have contact information, but I want to see what they have to say. Oh, here we go. Hello? 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 Is this where you hang up on me? Hello? No, yep, they put me back to music. All right, hang on here. I got to line up these phone numbers here. This is what Amazon does to you, folks.
They told you 2 weeks ago.
People...
They told you 2 weeks ago they're going to make a report and submit it, and I told you they were going to throw it in the trash.
Yep. Well, I like what I did was I caught him in a lie. He said he had the 2 emails in front of him, and then he couldn't see him anymore. You know what I mean? I read him. He said he had the 2 emails in front of him.
This is like all the telemarketers that call you. They call you day after day, week after week, month after month, because one day they get your first name, one day they get your street address, one day they get your husband's or boyfriend's name, the next day they get a bank or something, and they put it all together, and sooner or later you're screwed.
Yep, that's right. That's absolutely correct. This is what people do. This is
very important.
Yeah, thank you for holding. It's so important that you got me on hold already for 4.5 minutes. We'll give them 1 more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the show here. And folks, this is how Amazon treats its customers. And I know that troll tone is out there listening, but you're not getting a voice here tonight, so you may as well just go ahead and hang up, because I'm not going to argue with you. I don't want to hear your nonsense here tonight. And a lot of my callers don't want to hear your nonsense anymore. So go away, Tone. I know you do a blog talk radio show, but I exposed that last night, actually. And this is Amazon. Amazon, the globalist corporation. Yeah. And this is what we do on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in. We call people. We expose people for what they are, no matter how long it takes, because this is about you. Here we go.
Hello, Joe. Thank you for patiently waiting. I have here Lorraine, one of the supervisors on the floor. She'll be able to help you with your concern, okay?
She'll be able to help me? Are you sure of that? Are you? Yeah, all right. Hey, Lorraine, how you doing? My name is Joseph Gibson. She'll help me. That's okay. All right. That's what you just said. She'll help me. Okay. Lorraine, how can you help me here tonight?
Well, sir, I will try my best to help you with this. I just want to clarify what exactly happened here.
What has happened is that hang on, I've got another person on the line here tonight. Can you explain it in better terms, Bitbanker, please?
Well, we're talking about, we had an account on Kindle Publishing, which on CreateSpace, where we published material. Amazon bought CreateSpace, 6, 8, 9 months ago, and they transferred all the accounts from CreateSpace to Amazon. And now you can't get an answer from Amazon about anything, and I'll let Joe explain the rest.
Well, Amazon, ma'am, closed our accounts in August of 2018, and we've sent certified letters to Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. I've contacted the Security Exchange Commission also here in the United States, because I know you're probably in the Philippines, and they're going to be crawling around investigating very soon. And I'm just hoping you as a supervisor may be able to answer some of our questions here about our accounts at Amazon. Recently, we were sent an email. I'll read you the email, of course. And this is what it says. You recently moved your account from CreateSpace to Kindle Direct Publishing, which is a lie. We did not. Amazon did. I have an email that I'll read to you from Amazon that was about 11 months ago, actually, that says the transition would be grandfathered in, and the exchange of information. There should be no problems. Blah blah blah. But anyway, to read the direct email that we received on 12/17 at 3:43 p.m., our records indicate your current tax information on KDP may be different than the information you used for your CreateSpace account. This is vague and does not address any specific issue. The move was supposed to be easy. It's become quite a nightmare since, well, that's what someone else wrote. Anyway, the email that you sent that to was JOCOCO116@yahoo.com. Can you look up that information? And there's no billing address associated with this email address, by the way. So can you see those emails?
Yes, sir. I can definitely go ahead and double check on that. You said it's J for Juliet, O for Oscar, C for Charlie, O for Oscar, C for Charlie, O for Oscar 116@yahoo.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Please stay on the other line, okay? I need to take a look with this. Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. We're on hold again. And this is where they'll probably hang up on us. And I see other callers on the line that pressed 1. And just to know, we're going to move forward with the show here. We're not going to be on hold forever with these people because we did this last Tuesday. And that's an archive show where Alex from the Philippines openly admitted that Amazon does not care about its customers. That's what he said. He did say that. He openly admitted to that. And but we are live here on Blog Talk Radio, and this is what we do. We expose the globalist corporations. And I do see callers, and you'll be connected, unscreened, like I always do. And then we're going to call the Connecticut Department of Corrections live, another corporation that warehouses men and women in the state of Connecticut. So we'll be doing that, and we'll see how long. I mean, how long does it take for this woman to type in an email address and verify that what I just gave her? You know, this is what Amazon does, folks. Stop shopping at Amazon. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being brainwashed by the commercials, you know, with the packages talking with a mouth on the box. I've seen them. And stop listening to your corporate media that promotes Amazon and Walmart and all the other globalist corporations. Stop supporting these companies. Stop it. Stop it, please, for goodness sake. They've stolen tens of thousands of dollars from me alone, from our small publishing business, and we get no answers. And we're proving this again live on the radio. We're proving this again for everyone to listen to. And then I'll connect callers, of course, once we get done here calling and exposing the globalist corporations that exist here in America and worldwide. That's what Amazon is. It's a globalist corporation that does not care about you. We'll give her a total of another 3 minutes, and then I'll move on, because I know nobody wants to wait on hold listening to a bunch of baloney music, because that's what Amazon does. And try being on hold, like Bitbanker said in the last show, 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours, and then be hung up on. Because these people don't care about you, man. They don't. They hate you, actually. All they care about is their globalist Wall Street stock exchange. That's all they care about. They don't even care about your money. They create money out of thin air. It's called the Federal Reserve Bank. Hello? All right. I thought she was connecting me. I got to be careful here. We know they're listening, and we do have people probably from Amazon listening here tonight, and that's fine. And I hope you're listening, Jeff Bezos, because you're going to be arrested soon. Trust me. And that's going to be quite a story when I take a warrant out for Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. That's going to be a great show. That's going to be an awesome show. And I'm going to do it. I've already spoken to the district attorney's office. I don't need to prove a case to go to the magistrate down here in North Carolina. All I got to do is say I want to swear out a warrant for this person and tell them why, and then we go to court after that. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. But I'm trying to give the CEO of Amazon and its agents a way out of this. A way out of this. Before I do it. And that will actually make national news, corporate media attention if that happens. Trust me. It will. And I've warned everybody. I've warned Amazon. I've warned the supervisor. Hello? All right, still, I'm hearing piano music now. Let's give her about 2 more minutes, and then I'll put her in a private chat room, and we'll move on. Maybe we'll take some callers first, and then move on with the Connecticut State Department of Corrections, which we will have a spokesperson from the Connecticut Department of Corrections on this program live in the next week or so. I will do my best to do that. I've already spoken to someone who said they'll be willing to talk, but the reason why I'm calling the Connecticut Department of Corrections here tonight is I want to see how rude they treat me. But I'm going to take Leroy Dickinson's advice. We're going to try to be nice, real nice. And, and try to extract information from them, and that's what you got to do. You got to let them hang themselves, like we did on last Tuesday's show with Alex, who was a supervisor from the Philippines. And now, how long does it take to type in what they're doing? What she's doing right now is probably saying this guy, blah blah blah, and get ready to hang up on me. So we'll give her. Let's give her a couple more minutes here. 2 more minutes, ma'am. I know you're listening through your music, and then I've got to hang up. Yeah. Go ahead and play it. 2 more minutes, because we still got an hour and 9 minutes left, so we got time to take live callers, and we will. I'm pretty sure she'll come back about 30 seconds before 2 minutes is up. That's how much I know they're listening. Oh. And even their music screws up. They can't even play their music right. Bring, 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 bring. All right, here we go. All right, come on, Amazon. I'm only giving you about another minute here, and then we're going to move on because we did this on last Tuesday night show. It's archived. Go back and listen. I posted it in my chat room. I posted it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can listen to the hour and 20 minutes of nonsense. But 53 minutes into the program, Alex openly admits Amazon does not care about you. Does not. But you sheep will continue to buy from Amazon because you need your packages yesterday, and that's what Amazon's all about. Amazon robbed us for $32,000 in royalties, and now they want tax information from us. Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. How could you pay taxes on money you never received or money that doesn't exist? Okay. 30 seconds, Amazon, and then I'm going to take a few callers here.
That's one of the problems. They want tax information, but they're not going to tell you what it's for.
Yeah. Well, you heard the last representative from Amazon. He said, I have the 2 emails in front of me, and they said, no, I don't.
Well, that's just it. They can't even find an account that like that has tax information associated with it.
Well, they're in the Philippines, number one. Why are we calling people in the Philippines? You know, why can't we get someone in the United States to answer our questions? Why are we calling? Because Amazon is a globalist corporation. They're a global network, and they don't care about you. They don't care about anybody, you know, and that's what we've proven here. And this woman will probably keep us on hold for an hour, and I'm not going to do that to the callers here. And I'm not going to do that to move on from the rest of the show.
Having said what you just said, I think it's a good idea if you just move on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go ahead and mute that caller here. Well, hang on, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's see if she gets online here. I did say I was going to give her 5 minutes, but that's just what they do. This is what Amazon does. They don't care about you.
They also said they were going to pay you when they didn't, so don't take their word from anything. So if they can't take their word, they shouldn't take your word.
Absolutely. We need to for security reasons. What security do you have? I'm telling you an email that you just sent me, you know? And but anyway, all right, Amazon, we'll go ahead and mute your call. There you go. And, yeah, that's right, Mandela Khan. Sorry, we're not going to listen to the Mother Earth here tonight, all right? Like I promised the callers. All right, we muted Amazon, and if they come back on, I'll be able to sell. Let's take 515 here, area code 515, and see what they have to say here. Go ahead, you're unmuted live on Blog Talk Radio. Do you have a question here tonight, or do you want to address something? Go ahead, 515. Area code 515. Area code 515. Go ahead.
This be Willie from the Moors. I just want to say I appreciate your show, and I hope you have a good rest of your show.
Well, thank you so much, sir, and I hope you continue to listen. And we're going to call the Connecticut Department of Corrections next. That should be very interesting. Let's reconnect with Amazon, see if she's there. Hello? All right, they're still playing music, so what we'll do is we'll drop them. And let's call the Connecticut Department of Corrections here. Let's do that. Amazon did not give us any answers again. I'm not going to waste everyone's time here about that. And they're disgusting. They're a disgusting corporation, and I hope everyone out there listening does not spend any of their money with Amazon this holiday season. Okay? All right, let's call the Carl Robinson Correctional Institution here. We're going to be very kind, and let's see what happens here. This is what we do. We're 100% live. We don't joke around here. This is serious business because we fight for you out there. We fight for you. Let's see here. All right. And Amazon, we will address you again in the future. Trust me. We will continue to address the criminal corporation of Amazon. All right. Let's see here. Let's call Carl Robinson in Enfield, Connecticut. Let's call them. Let's see what we get here. We're going to get a voicemail probably, but I know what to do.
Hello. You have called Carl Robinson Correctional Institution of the Connecticut Department of Correction. Please select from the following menu. For directions to the facility, press 1. For information on visiting, press 2. For a departmental
Same thing Cheshire said.
Press 3. If you are notifying the facility of a major illness or death within an inmate's family, press 4.
Wow.
To speak to an operator, press 0. To access the Department of Corrections website, go to www.ct.gov/DOC. Thank you.
I'll transfer you now.
Okay, great.
Carl Robinson, Control Center. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing, ma'am, tonight? I hope you're doing fine.
Good,
I'm doing good. Do you have like a supervisor that maybe you can connect me to by chance that's available?
What would this be for, sir?
I have a couple questions to ask to contact maybe the DOC in the state of Connecticut, but I would like to speak to a supervisor because I don't think maybe you're able. I mean, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just saying maybe you're not able to answer my questions. If you don't mind, can you connect me to a lieutenant or a captain?
You're gonna have to call back tomorrow because nobody's available right now.
Okay, what time is a good time to call back?
If you call this number in the morning, they could do you know somebody? You have a family member that goes here or is here?
No. Actually, I was just requesting like maybe the DOC. Maybe they have a media department or a spokesperson that maybe you'll be able to answer some questions. I mean, if you have a number for your central office or commissioner's office, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, I don't have that. You could go online and look, but I don't have that. But on our website,
well,
it could be on our website though. If you want to check that out.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye. Okay. There we go. We disconnected that number, I believe. Okay, there. She was still listening. That's why I wanted to disconnect. All right, here. Let's try something else here real quick here before I get to some callers on the line here. Let's try something else here. Let's do something interesting. How about this? Let's see here. Let's call Newtown, Connecticut. Newtown, Connecticut, Gardner Correctional Institution. And we'll be nice. We'll be nice here. Leroy was right. At least they didn't hang up on me. If I told them I was the media, they probably would have hung up. But let's try that here. And we'll move forward here and then take calls. All right. Newtown, Connecticut, Gardner Correctional Institution. Let's contact them. I think I got the right number here. I hope I do.
Sorry, the number you have reached is not in service.
Oh, sorry.
Please check the number and dial again.
I may have dialed the wrong number here. So let's try Osborne Correctional Institution there real quick. Let's try it with them. I know I got the right number for that one. That's in Somers, Connecticut. Let's see, maybe they're not very good people up there. Trust me. But we're going to be nice, and we're going to try something here. Maybe we could speak to a captain or a lieutenant. We'll see. I want to speak to a supervisor. They obviously have supervisors. Nobody's available. What are they doing, beating down inmates? All right, hang on.
You have called Osborne Correctional Institution of the State of Connecticut Department of Correction. Please select from the following menu.
Oh,
For
I will.
Directions to the press 1. For information on visiting, press 2. For a listing by department, press 3. To access the Department of Correction website, go to www.ct.gov/DOC. Thank you.
I'll transfer you now.
Oh, good. I guess nobody's there to answer the phone here. They're probably sleeping. Press 0 and see what happens. Yeah, they don't even answer there. Nobody's there. They're probably beating up on inmates right now. They can't answer the phone. We know they do that well at Osborne. Oh, okay. I don't think anybody's going to answer there. All right. Okay, let's just hang up on them. Nobody answers there. All right, let's go to Leroy first, and then after Leroy, just so we go in order here, 224. All right. So let's go to Leroy first, 336, North Carolina, and then 224. Go ahead. How you doing, Leroy? I took your advice.
We're doing all right.
Hey, they didn't hang up on me like that.
No, they didn't hang up. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta talk sweet to these people, man. You talk like, oh, how are you doing? You know, when that girl answered, how you doing today? Wow, what a beautiful voice you have on the phone. By the way, I have a couple questions. Can you help? I mean, that's what you do. I mean, you got to do it. I mean, you know, and if it's a guy, you don't tell me he has a beautiful voice, just in case, you know. But you sit there, you're like, oh, man, it's cold up here where I'm at. How's the weather where you're at right now? You start a conversation with them, and you lean them in there. And then sooner or later, their own words you can turn around and use against them. And by the end of the conversation, they're telling lies and every damn thing else. So you just got to take it one step back. I'm a master prank caller, dude. You ought to hear some of the prank calls I got, especially from telemarketers calling me. I keep them on the line for 5-10 minutes until I get tired of them and have to hang up. And I got recordings of them and everything. I mean, I had a lady from the Philippines, matter of fact, where you just called, trying to sell me cigarettes. By the time the end of the call was over, I had her selling me marijuana. So, you know, then I got a steak dinner with her, by the way. But you gotta know how to sweet talk people and be nice to them. That Amazon thing, you also got to remember right now too, it is Christmas time, and all the fools are buying stuff online right now, wanting to know about their returns, wanting to know where their package is, and everything else like that. So the first supervisor you got answered rather quickly in like 4 minutes, but then you got a supervisor that's above that one that they was trying to probably get a hold of, and they were probably so tied up, you know, feeding somebody some rice and beans or something somewhere in the corner for their $1 a day pay that they get over there, that they just didn't have time to get to the call. But I mean, if you wait till after Christmas, it probably takes some time after Christmas too, because then you got more commotion going on, or do it during an inconspicuous time during the day, like 10 in the morning. That's when, you know, the crackheads are just waking up, and most people that are working and buying stuff are at work. So you might be able to get better luck with them then. But you got to remember, record your conversation, because you can always use their words against them. And North Carolina is a one-party state. Only one person needs to know the call is recorded. It's perfectly admissible in the court of law. But go ahead and get on to your next call. If I have anything else to say, I'll chime in.
All right, thanks, Leroy. I appreciate it. From North Carolina, you're absolutely correct. North Carolina is a one-party state. I don't need to tell them I'm recording the call. You're absolutely correct. And then we've got, after 224, then we got 509, and then a private caller, and we'll go down the line here tonight. And we're 100% live. I don't screen callers. Everyone's live, uncensored. I'm not like other Blog Talk radio shows. But we're exposing corporations here, and the Connecticut Department of Corrections does have a spokesperson that was willing to talk to me and do an interview live on this radio program. I did speak to somebody, like you said, at 11 a.m., and we will have them live on this program. And we're going to let them hang themselves by their own words, and we're going to do it kindly and let them hang themselves. Because I know the history of the Connecticut Department of Corrections. All you got to do is read my book, Behind the Walls, by Joel Hodnett. And if you can't afford a copy, I'll send you one for free. But 224, go ahead. 224, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Joey, baby, I got to give a big shout out to my good friend Tony.
Oh, there we go. That's Tone. That's Tone. That's Tone. Very good, Tone. And I listened to your radio show last night, Tone. Tone, who's supposedly from Chicago, but you're really from Washington, or you have an area code from Washington State. And Tone, we know who you are. All right, but thanks for giving me a shout out, though. Okay, I appreciate that. All right, 509. Go ahead, area code 509.
Hey, fellas, my name is Spencer Rice. I'm actually calling from Washington State. I don't believe that the previous caller had the Washington area code. I think that might be a little bit of a mix-up. I wanted to say that, I know all about these scams. The Amazon people have. Sometimes you might not even speaking with the Amazon, employees. I mean, and you made a good point. I was actually listening on your link, and you made a good point. You're like, okay, why aren't we just speaking with customer service in the U.S.? Why is it some foreign person we have to speak with? Why is that?
That's correct. Especially, sir, not to interrupt, especially when our politicians are giving incentives and tax dollars to Amazon to lure them into their state or states to do business there. Why are we speaking to foreigners? Why are we not speaking to people in the United States? That's a great point.
Well, I do think that might be a couple of years in the making. I know that Trump was talking about Apple. This is a while back ago. However, I think one day, I want to say one day we will have customer service in the U.S. Instead of somebody talking a bunch of gibberish that you can't even understand, and they don't even understand what you're talking about. If you want to get your money back on something? No, I never received my order. Well, you know what? Let me connect you to this line. And you hear the music, and you get disconnected.
Isn't that frustrating? Don't you think? Isn't that frustrating? I mean, it is. And I use an example since you were listening. A family member of mine was on hold for 5.5 hours. And then they get hung up on. That's disgusting.
Well, they do it on purpose. That's what they do. They do it on purpose to try to ruin somebody else's day. I mean, come on, think about it. 5 hours, dude, that's a long time. It's a really long time just to be on hold. It's terrible.
Amen.
That's what they want to do. They want to waste people's time. Now, I mean, time, sir, and time is all we have because we can't get back time. And that's the thing, and that's why my show is about exposing these corporations. I believe in small business. The small business is the backbone of this country. What happened to the local hardware store on the corner? What happened to the local drug store on the corner? It's all owned by CVS, Walbums, CVS,
Walmart.
Yep, that's right. They bought them all out. They couldn't make their money back. Now, this is I know I've said my situation, what I wanted to bring up tonight, but what was that previous caller speaking about? Some Tony something.
Tone is an internet troll, and I don't know. I believe he works for Blog Talk Radio somehow, or he's an internet troll, kind of like. If you look up, sir, with all due respect, if you look up Michael Bentover is his name. He claims to work for Warner Brothers, and he scrolls around. Michael Bentover. Yeah. Who has a name Michael Bentover? But he contacts him. And what he does, he scrolls around the internet and he attacks the small business owner or small publisher out there, like we were, or like we are, GMG Media Group, and and with all due respect to Bitbanker, he spent over 10 years getting the market on downloading and streaming the old movies that are in the public domain, and to offer a fair price to everyone. And CreateSpace was a small company, but they were bought out by Amazon, and that's what Amazon's doing. And everyone thinks, just because Amazon comes to your local city, there's going to be 50,000 jobs. Let me tell you something. That's not true. Amazon is sucking up. They're turning all the jobs into robotic jobs. They're all robots. You email Amazon, you get a robot email back. And that's why they can't verify their own emails.
Yeah, that's right. I completely agree. You look at things like Video 2000, Blockbuster. They're gone now, and then they became the Redbox. And I feel like Redbox is going to be taken. It's going to be obsolete because now people have decent internet nowadays, and they can just download or stream whatever movie they want. And I guess that's where Netflix, is making a lot of money.
You're absolutely correct, sir. You're absolutely correct. I'm glad you're awake, and you seem like a very wise caller. Bitbanker, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, wait till next year and you see what happens with the internet. It's going to take off. But you're talking about companies like CVS. Well, all these companies are generally owned by other companies that are owned by other companies that are owned by people. For instance, CVS is in Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, FMR, T. Rowe Price, and the main stockholders and shareholders are David Denton and Larry Merlo, Karen Lynch, and Mark Bertolini. So you see where it goes here. It's like when you call Amazon now. We think we're talking to Amazon. Mm-hmm. We don't even know if we're really talking to Amazon.
That's right. Yeah.
That's exactly true. Right. That's true. And caller, I appreciate. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry, but I've got other callers on the line here that are waiting. But I want you to make your point. No. I want you to make your point because I appreciate your call. I really do.
Thank you very much. My last question, before you let me go. Do you think that Tony, this Tony guy, is the future of Blog Talk Radio?
I don't think he's the future of Blog Talk Radio. I think he's monitoring Blog Talk Radio, and what he's doing is he's reporting back to Blog Talk Radio or someone else to monitor what we say, to a think tank like the NSA and stuff like that, to monitor us and to shut us down, because we are a free speech radio program right now. And I'm not here to joke around. This is serious business, man. Your First Amendment in this country is very important to me, and that's why I do shows like this, and I take calls unscreened, uncensored.
And you know what? That's the way it should be too. And I appreciate what you're doing. The only reason I brought it up is because of the previous caller. Is it true though that you called into the show last night, as previous caller said?
Yes, I called. That is absolutely true. I did call into Tony's show, supposedly in Chicago, which it wasn't. If you research his IP address, he was not in Chicago. And then he said he got and then they started talking perversion and everything. And that's not what social media should be about. That's not what internet radio should be really about. It should be about information.
Is that the guy who sounds really weird?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, sir. You're absolutely correct.
Can you? Okay, so I have heard of him. I've come across him before. Can you do it like an impersonation of how he sounds? I forgot.
Well, actually, he holds his nose. I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now. Tone Tone. He called himself Tone. His name is real. I have his real name, but I'm not going to give it out here. And I have his phone number. We've spoken privately on the phone, and that's what he does. He does kicks and laughs, and he harasses serious shows like mine. You know.
Oh, he's called your show before?
Oh yeah. He's called me names. He's harassed me many times before. Oh yeah, he has.
Wow.
Tone. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, if he harasses you and other Blog Talk hosts, I do imagine maybe he is like a spy for Blog Talk or something.
Well, you're absolutely correct, sir. And tonight, I appreciate you and the comments that you made. I'm glad you're awake, and I hope you continue to support this show because your comments are important. Your First Amendment is important to awake people. You know, we live in a very serious time. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Because a lot of the time nowadays, the First Amendment is it can just make you or people claim that you're a racist and blah blah blah.
Yeah, true.
Okay?
Yeah,
anything.
Very true.
You know, because of your First Amendment right, and it's just ridiculous. And I can't stand that. That's the way these well, I'd say liberals or these social justice warriors are perceiving the First Amendment.
That you're absolutely
really
you are so correct. Yeah, that pisses me off too, and that's why I do a live radio program. And I invited a lot of people from social media that were liberals or maybe disagreed, who don't understand what the Republic really is. And I'm hoping to hear from their voices. So I'm going to get to another caller. Okay. I hope you stay on and listen. All right. But I love you, brother, and please be safe.
If you mute me, I'll be more than willing to listen to the rest of the show. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. All right. And before I get to the next private caller, I'm going to go down the line. Everyone will get a voice here, unscreened, uncensored. All you got to do is be patient. That's all what it's all about. So let's go to no, that was 509. Let's go down the line here. Area code 312. You're live, and then private callers next. All right. That's a crank caller, obviously. All right, let's get to a private caller. Let's see what they got to say. Private caller, go ahead. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Yep. All right. Hello. Yep. Okay. Goodbye. How about that? All right. There we go. I think we know where that's going here. All right. Private callers, you got something to say? Say it, please. Go ahead.
I do. I'm trying to tell you my name is Rico. I am calling from Connecticut.
All right, Rico. Go ahead.
I'm a doctor, and I am calling to remind you to take your medication for your mental illness.
Bad accent.
All right, yeah. Take my medication. Okay, that's what we're against here, taking medication. All right, let's go to 662. Let's see what they got to say. Go ahead, 662. There we go. All right. We got a bunch of them on the line here tonight, obviously. All right. Let's go to 317, see what they got to say. This is Tone, I think. I really think this is Tone or a bunch of social media trolls. And it's taken away from something that's important here. You know, and I want serious callers to press the number one. You know, your voice is important. But let's see here. Let's go to, let's go down the line here. I got a bunch of callers here on the line. Oh, boy. Here, no, you're not muted. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say the call centers. You know, your last caller was making a point to why we got to get transferred to the Philippines and everything. And every big company goes through this. If you have a large company, you can't afford to pay people to answer the phones for stupid questions normally. And that's what it is. So what do? Well, it's economical sense for a large company to outsource that call center somewhere, which in your case tonight was the Philippines. I mean, they're probably getting paid $1 a day, $2 a day, and the average cost of living there is $1 a day. And they got a script they go by, and everything else, and they're good at what they do. But they're as dumb as rocks.
But no,
so if you
go ahead. But Leroy, hang on. No, but if you're an American-based company, and I think that's what the caller was trying to say, is that why are we being outsourced to other countries that cannot understand what we're saying, I mean, that's wrong. I wouldn't do that as a small business here in North. Well,
that's part
the
of
reason why we are.
Understand.
Well, that's wrong, though. That's morally wrong. It's morally corrupt.
I mean, I agree. But, I mean, we have a call center for the company I work for that has about 75 people in it. And I spent 2 weeks out there about a month ago. And let me tell you, they know when it comes to their scripts and it comes to answering the basic questions, they're on top. They can answer them better than I can any day.
Well, Leroy, hang on, Leroy, hang on. I agree with you 100%. That's a big company. And that's why these big companies don't care about their customer. As a small business, I would never, ever do that. And small businesses of America of yesterday would.
You misunderstood the complete point I'm making. As a small business, you have time to answer the phone for your, 100, 200 customers, because only 2 or 3 of them are going to call a day. But once you get 1 million customers, a small business can no longer answer them. They can't afford to hire more people in here to do that.
Whoa! What do you mean? Hang on. Let me interrupt you now, Leroy, not to disrespect you. Wait a second. If I become a large business and I'm making billions of dollars and I'm getting tax incentives from the cities that hang on. I'm getting billions of dollars of tax incentives. Why can't I hire people to answer my customers' complaints? After all, because you said a small business, they get 3, 4, 5 customers to answer it because they care about their customers. So therefore, my point is proven. The large corporations don't care. You're just another number.
No,
and
you're
that's
exactly
not
right. That's what happens. Yes, as the money keeps rolling in, you get greedier and greedier, and you keep wanting to get bigger and bigger. And when you get so big, you can no longer handle the volume, so you have to outsource it somewhere. And, it's sad. I mean, our call center is actually based in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. So, I mean, it is American-based, but then again, there ain't but 75 people that are in the call center. And they may get 4,000 or 5,000 phone calls a day, but some of these other companies, they might get, 50,000, 60,000 calls a day. And there's nowhere in America you're going to be able to stick 300 people in a room in these little tiny cubicles and pay them minimum wage to support your calls and still make a profit from it. So
Well, what you just said?
Is it wrong?
Well, actually,
it's wrong, but I mean,
Yeah, it's wrong, but they can make a profit. Amazon makes. How much did Amazon make last year? Anybody want to look that
definitely.
up? What? 2.5 billion in profit? yeah, look it up and post it in the chat room. So you can't take $100 million of that and pay employees above a minimum wage? That's an excuse. That's really an excuse.
$3 billion.
And I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, $3 billion in profits. Wow. Tell me something. You can't take
growth.
$1 billion. Yeah. That's disgusting. All right, next caller. Anyone who wants to be live on the radio program, all you got to do is press 1. I don't screen callers. And, no, this isn't Tony Talk Radio. All you got to do is press 1, and we'll connect you. So first, let's get to another private caller. We'll see if we get a nonsense here. Go ahead, private caller. Yep, here we go. Yep. They're attacking us tonight. Isn't it amazing? Why would people try to attack them own selves? Why would they do that? This show is called Understanding the Times in Which You Live in Today. Why are you attacking yourselves and to be a lemming or a sheep when we're here to try to help you and give you a voice?
Last week. You put the fake tone last week in his place. So now he's calling out all the goons from the closet. Come out of your closets. We got a number to dial tonight. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's
true. That's what they got. Exactly. And they're liberal, socialist, nonsense. And that's what that's what liberals do. And Tone is a liberal. That's what he is. He's a liberal. He's a closet homosexual, which I don't care if you're a homosexual. Do whatever you want in your privacy of your own home. He's a closet homosexual. That's what Tone is. And it's a fact. And Mandelicon, obviously I didn't let him talk about Mother Earth tonight, so he hung up, and went away, because this show isn't about that. It's about giving people the right to speak And we don't want to hear riddles and nonsense, and I'm the judge, and Mother Earth is this, and and I'm the secured party, and all that other crap, And that's what it's all about. That's what this show is about. And let's see here. Let's see. Let's go down the call line here. And then before I get to another crank caller, maybe we'll try calling the Connecticut Department of Corrections again real quick, unless anyone else wants to queue in. Let's go down the line here. All right, private caller. Go ahead, private caller.
Well, I want to ask you, how do you feel about unions?
What do you mean unions? What union? The North American Union? What are you talking about? What?
No, labor unions.
The what?
Labor
Say that again?
You know what? Labor unions. You know what a labor union
Teamsters.
A labor union. So basically like Jimmy Hoffa and stuff like that, labor unions. How do I feel about unionizing? Well, we know Jimmy Hoffa was in bed with the mafia, and we know his demise and everything. But if a union is doing the right thing for the people in the union, then I don't have a problem with it. It's up to the people. It's up to the people to vote if they want a union for where they work. And here in North Carolina, this is a non-union state. There's not many unions, but I believe if the people want a union and they want to bind together and have an arbitrary agreement where they protect themselves through health care and or wage increases and pay union dues, that's up to the people. It's not up to me to make a decision.
If the company's treating them right, they won't want a union.
There you go. That's right. Absolutely correct. Here in North Carolina, you know what the... Hang on. I want the caller... No, I didn't.
They said
actually,
Jimmy
but I want the caller here. Go ahead, private caller. Go ahead. Well, like Bitbanker said, sir. Hang on. Like Bitbanker said, if the company's treating them right, they wouldn't want a union. But there are companies out there that don't treat their employees right, even small businesses or franchise owners, and therefore the employees should stick together and say, hey, I don't want to work for $7.65 an hour, and when you got a surplus of this and that, that's why it's called being awake and understanding who you work for.
Okay. How do you feel about raising the minimum wage?
Well, the minimum wage, what should the minimum wage be? It should be according to living expenses and what we have here in this country. Is $12 an hour right? Is $15 an hour right? Is $18 an hour right? It depends on, you're looking at different factors here. If Subway, for instance, where I know somebody who works for Subway, they're paying them $7.65 an hour. Meanwhile, the guy's living in a 25,000 square foot house. That's not capitalism. That's taking advantage of your employees. Therefore, the minimum wage should be raised. You have to do it in different sectors. We're smart people here in America. We can understand what's happening, and therefore, there should be different laws or policies or public law passed through that we the people need to take care of each other and look out for each other. We're a smart people. We should be a smart people. Instead, we're too busy paying attention to our iPhones, entertainments, and all the nonsense and like tones that are calling into this show. $7.65, sir, at 40 hours a week. What are you going to make? $256 after taxes and federal income tax? Can you live off of that? What happens if, can a mother of 2 children or 3 children live off of that? Of course not. That's not right. I don't believe that's right.
Well, that's wrong with the conservatives and the Republicans and Donald Trump being anti-union, anti-minimum wage, wants everyone to work at Walmart and live off those wages. The damn conservatives complain about people being on welfare. What the hell's going on there, right? You agree
no,
with me
conservatives,
or what?
first of all, I think you're a prank caller. Let me answer this. First of all, I think you're a prank caller just trying to get under Joe's skin.
What the hell's your problem, man? I'm trying to bring up a point, and you can't argue with me. You're going to call me a crank call? Man, what?
No. Nobody's calling you any names, sir. All right, hang on. Let's not call.
An opiate addiction.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's not start calling names and turn all the callers into arguments. That's not what it's about. He made a good point. All right, hang on. First of all, it's not the conservatives. It's not about the liberals. It's all both the same side of the coin, okay? They're both of the same side. We're a corporation. And if you want to end the minimum wage, if you want to restore sound money if you want to restore sound money, you got, hang on, please. If you want to restore sound money, you need to end the central bankers' scheme of things. The Federal Reserve. Like Aaron Russo said, Aaron Russo was a man of great knowledge, okay? He understood. He was friends with Rockefellers, okay? And they told, look them up. And the fact of the matter is you have to focus like a laser beam. Restore sound money that we have something to barter with, honest money. Right now, how can we talk about minimum wage? How can we talk about the dollar when it's all fake? It's all fake. We're slaves to the Federal Reserve banking system. We're slaves to our local corporations. So you have to focus like a laser beam on ending the Federal Reserve banking system. That's the fact, and that's the truth. I don't care about gay rights. I don't care about all this other lesbian crap. I don't care about the Me Too movement. All that is a distraction. I don't care about women's rights, this right, gay rights, all that. That's a distraction that the Federal Reserve puts into play. Look at the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Warburgs, the J.P. Morgans, the Astors, the Rothschilds.
I agree with you. And so did John F. Kennedy. What happened to him? Someone assassinated him and blamed it on the poor innocent guy that probably didn't know what the hell he was doing. For thinking the same way, right?
It wasn't. You're absolutely.
He screwed over Nixon. That's why.
Well, no. The real reason why JFK was assassinated because he issued. He look at Executive Order 1011. He wanted to restore sound money. And if you mess with these international bankers or these globalist corporations, they will kill you. They will murder you. Presidents are not elected. They're selected. Okay? Donald Trump is a fall guy for the corporate media. We know that. Come on. You can see it. Turn on your flat screen TV, and what do you see when you tune in the Fox News and CNN? Donald Trump.
I'm not
saying this and that.
I ain't arguing with you. It's your co-host over there. I ain't arguing with you. I'm agreeing with you on that. And as far as the minimum wage goes, it depends where you live. It's the cost of living or where you're at. That I agree with. I just don't like that whole bunch everyone together and we're all going to think like this just because, oh, shit, I'm a Republican, so I got to think this way. Well, goddamn, make up your own mind. Okay?
I agree.
Amen.
Don't be brainwashed, goddamn it, shit. I'm for my First Amendment. I'm for my Second Amendment. God damn it, I'm pro-labor. I'm pro-union. What's wrong with that? I can't be both.
The cost of living in North Carolina, I agree with this dude. I actually do. The cost of living in North Carolina is different than the cost of living in New York. You cannot put a flat rate, say, okay, the minimum wage in North Carolina is $7.45, and it's going to be the same in New York. No. But then again, at the same time, the minimum wage was never meant to supplement a household. Minimum wage was made for, kids and stuff getting out of school, people getting into the workforce to grow upon. But you got to give them enough money.
That's very true. But let me ask you this then. Minimum wage is set like you just reiterated there. But what if a single mother with 2 children at home goes into Subway to work and they're going to offer her $7.45 an hour? She's never going to survive. Shouldn't it be based on what the person themselves?
It should be, sort of. But at the same time, the person themselves, and I know I'm going to step on feet and hands and mouths and everything else at the same time, the persons themselves should have set themselves up in life to be a little bit better. I hate to say that, but that's the way it is. Now, $7.65, that's shit, okay? You can't afford to pay gas to go back and forth to work at that, even in North Carolina. So, I would agree in North Carolina, probably by itself, alone as a state, from what I've seen and what I've known, is the minimum wage probably should be bumped up to $9 or $10. Honestly, I think that's what it should be.
I don't know about that, even $9 or $10. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say to you is that what Bitbanker said, it should be based upon an individual income needs basis. These corporations have plenty of money. He mentioned one as an example, Subway. Like I said, the owner of Subway lives in a $15,000 square foot house. But meanwhile, he's paying his workers slave wages. And that's wrong. You know, me as a small business owner, when I was a small business owner, I was paying, $10, $11, $12 an hour. This is 10 years ago. All right. So people were jumping at me to get hired, but I was a small business. I could only hire 2 or 3, 4 people, tops, because I understood that if you're going to have quality work and you're going to have people wanting to show up for work, to do the right job, you need to pay them well, but to enslave people and pay them $7.45 an hour, $7.65, that's what the minimum wage is here in North Carolina. That's disgusting. And then to take out 33% of income tax from their check on top of it.
Oh, it is.
And then the IRS says it's 47 cents a mile to travel to and from work. For God's sake, at the end of the day, you're making $3, $4, $8. For God's sake.
Exactly.
Around the world, you go to China and make more than that.
And God damn it, that's right. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. That's right.
It's disgusting.
And
You're absolutely correct.
That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The amount of taxes and stuff we have to put out just to make that $7.65 an hour. My son works at Subway, and but he's also a college student, and I keep telling him, stay in school. He wants a bass boat. He wants all this other stuff. You have to stay in school, and you have to get that education, so when you get out, you're ready for the workforce, for the job you want.
Now, hang on, Leroy. Let me ask you a question. Hang on, Leroy.
Can I finish one thought?
Go ahead. Finish your thought. It's about your son.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
And when you get out of school, don't expect you're going to jump right into a career making 80, 90, 100, 150,000 a year, depending on where you're from. You have to work your way there. It's a part of life. Now, if you're 17, 18 years old and you're getting out of school and you already have 3 children, a brand new iPhone, driving a fancy car, and everything else, maybe the problem is yourself. Did you ever think about that? Look at that. You don't need an iPhone. You don't need a fancy computer. You don't need top-speed internet. You don't need a 3D TV. Live off the basics, and guess what? Minimum wage will pay that just barely. And that's what they set it by. Should it be a little bit more? Yes, because you should be able to live a little bit more comfortable off minimum wage. But it's not supposed to be driving you around with the fastest internet and the best TVs and everything else. And that's what people want these days because they're stubborn, they're ignorant, and they're selfish. All people are.
Well, hang on. All right. Okay, Leroy. All right, hang on. Leroy, does your son have student loans?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Because he worked his ass off during grade school. He worked his ass off during grade school. In high school, to get them grades, he's got to get a free tuition to about any school he wants to go to. And he's 18 years old and has 1 year left before he has an associate's degree.
All right, but hang on a second here. But you can't compare one person to the rest of all of other society. Everyone is different.
No, you can't.
Everyone comes from a different background. And what my point was, if you would have said yes, he has student loans, we get back to the banking system. Okay? How can you go in and get a loan when you're giving a loan?
Everybody was a valedictorian at the school.
Not everybody was
that was my point.
At the school. You're 100% right. But the valedictorian worked their ass off to be the valedictorian. So should they make more than John Doe that sat at home and smoked dope all day? You damn right they should have.
Well, like I said, you can't compare.
But unfortunate, you only get one valedictorian per school, right? The problem is bigger. You're in an isolated situation. Your son is the exception to the rule, all right? You can't just...
No, he's not an exception to the rule because I was offered the same experience when I was his age. And you know what I did? I screwed it all up just like any other kid would. I was out partying, having fun, got bad grades. It wasn't until I was 26 years old that I decided, you know what, I'm going down the wrong direction. I'm going back to college. I went back to college. I got a damn degree, an associate's degree, and now I'm making decent money for where I live. And it only took me 20 years to figure that shit out. Maybe if some of you people learned how to figure that shit out ahead of time, you wouldn't be in the situation you are.
God damn it! What do you mean by you people? You don't know what the hell I do.
I know how to push buttons.
All right. I don't want arguments. Hang on. All right, guys. Hang on. I don't want to debate you. I don't want to debate
directly. I was talking to the failures in life. I was talking to the failures in life, and not him directly. See, now he's going to go down the cuss route.
All right. Well, hang on.
Route and everything else.
All right. Hang on. Everyone. Hang on. I don't want to turn it into a debate, about who's right and who's wrong. You can't put someone in the same class as you or anyone else. Everyone grows up differently. Everyone does make their own choices. That's correct.
I'm not the one
but some
that
choices.
You people.
I agree with you, but hang on. Let me finish my point now before I get to another caller. Everyone doesn't have the same opportunity to make their own choices in life because we are told what to believe, what to say. It's programmed into us. There's a bigger picture to look at than that, okay? Some people are less fortunate than others, and they're unable to make the right choice. That's a fact. It's a fact of society. You can't tell me a kid that grows up in the projects with 7 children because his mother decided to have 7 children, who's living off of bread and ramen noodles every day, has the same opportunity to make the choices as Leroy did. That's not true. Everyone is in a different category, okay? It's a fact. And that's the way it works, and that's life. I understand that. But at the same time, I see Leroy's point. But some people don't. Yeah, that's right. Some people would need to have good instructors, but there's not good instructors around, and people don't have that around them. There's a bigger picture to the whole thing. What did I say in the beginning? You have to understand what's happening and understand the times in which you live in today and yesterday. If we don't understand history, therefore, history is destined to repeat itself. In essence, that's called deja vu, okay? And if we don't understand history or learn from history, we may or shall fall for everything in the words of George Washington. All right, I want to get to a couple other callers. We'll see if they're crank callers or not, and then I'm going to give some closing remarks to everybody about tonight's show. It was an interesting program. Press 1 if you want to get on the program here. We'll go down the line. And if you missed the beginning of the show, we called Amazon, exposed them once again, and we called the Connecticut Department of Corrections live on the program. So 662, let's see what you got to say. All right, okay, that's a crank caller. All right, there we go. Hang up, very good. Private caller, and then we'll get some closing thoughts here. Let's see, 5112. Let's see what you got to say. Here we go, 5112.
Hey, how's it going?
Area code 5112.
Yes, my name is Clay Douglas. I'm calling in from Texas here. And I want to ask you guys' opinion about the caravan.
Well, that's another whole nother subject, the caravan. The fact of the matter is, sir, with all due respect, the caravan, they cannot seek asylum in the United States because if they were seeking asylum, they have to go to the next nearest country they came from. That's international law. And number 2, if we're not a country of borders, then we're no country at all. We have to protect our borders, and I think Donald Trump is doing the right thing by vetting all the caravan people. We've already found out that most of them were MS-13 gang members. Most of them were convicted felons, and there were even some terrorists. And the caravan has been found out. It's been exposed. It was funded by the Honduras Freedom Network to attack America. Attack America's borders. I spoke. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
The things I know, most of these people coming over are from the MS-13. Now, why do we want them in the United States of America? Here.
We don't want them. You're in Texas, obviously. Texas would be on the front line of the caravan, and like I said, we look at the corporate media. There's 200 men throwing rocks at our border agents, but the corporate media pays attention to the 3 children that are in the caravan that got tear gassed. Let me tell you something. Hang on. Hang on. Let me finish my point. If I was to put my children in harm's way, like the caravan families did to their 3 children, the social services would be banging at my door with 10 sheriffs to pull my children away from me and take them away to sell them across the country. Okay? And that's a fact. All right? So these mothers that made their children starve to go on this long trip because they were funded by an illegitimate government to attack the United States borders should be ashamed of themselves. And for that poor little girl that died, that the mother is responsible for that. The mother is responsible, and she should be arrested for endangering a minor and then shipped back to Honduras, where she belongs. Okay? Because we don't need mothers in America like that.
Instead, they're getting lawyered up. By who?
About that is because the mother is responsible for that.
That's correct. That's what I said. Exactly correct. I do agree with you 100%. I do. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I support the border agents. I support ICE. And I'm going to tell you it's happened. I think Bitbanker reported on this. Bitbanker, tell me what happened down in Meriden, Connecticut. Tell me what happened in Meriden, Connecticut with the guy that was arrested. That's an interesting story. Let's report that on Block Talk Radio. Go ahead, Bitbanker.
I don't recall. Remind me.
A councilman was arrested for trying to start a riot, correct?
Oh, yeah, we had one of our council members here from the local city government. Immigrants were in court, and he didn't like the way it was going, and he was arrested for inciting a riot. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Exactly. That's something we need to report on. All right, everyone that's on the phone line here tonight, closing thoughts, unless I get a new caller here on the line. All you got to do is press 1. But we'll get some closing thoughts here from everybody. Go ahead, Leroy. You take a few minutes here, talk about tonight's show, and then if anyone else wants to cue in, press 1. Go ahead, Leroy.
All right. Yeah, tonight's show was interesting. I mean, I wasn't trying to put nobody down or anything like that, but you are what you make yourself, and there's a reason why people say stay in school and learn what you can and things like that. And it comes out to affect you, not when you're immediately out of school. It affects you 20 years down the road. That's when it affects you the most. When you're still working for minimum wage and blah, 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 maybe it's time you look back and see what could I have done better for myself to make myself in a better position. And, I've worked hard. My first 20 years, they weren't that great. But my past 20 years, I've been living the life. I mean, I've got to travel the world. I've owned nice Harley-Davidson motorcycles, all the toys I've wanted, and, I'm getting the bills paid. And times get tough now and then. They will on everybody, no matter where you're at, unless you're some big CEO of some company. That's just the way it is. But anytime you get down, all you got to do is look in the mirror. What can I do to make myself better? And sometimes you just got to get up off your ass and you got to get out there and you got to earn it, even if it's below you. I mean, I've baled hay. I mean, hay. When you bale hay, you bale it on the hottest day in the summer, and you load it up. Okay, you don't wait till it's nice and pretty outside when you feel like working. No, you get out there and you throw them 300 bales. Yeah, you throw them 300 bales on that trailer and you stack it, and it's 9,000 degrees. Now, he's agreeing with me because he's probably done it before. You do what you got to do to get ahead, and that's the way it is in life. And that's why staying in school is a smart thing to do, and paying attention and applying yourself when it needs to be applied rather than going out and partying. Now, should you go out and party? You're a kid, of course. That's what we do. But at the same time, you got to realize that this is going to affect you later in life. Now, to the latter part of your conversation there, talking about the caravan, talking about the little girl that died while she was in custody. That was a sad situation. I mean, the father supposedly it's the father told the border agents that, that they traveled across the land, blah, 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 and she was in need of this and that. And now, for somehow or another, he's got 2 lawyers, and they're suing him, and the story has changed. She wasn't in custody, but 90 minutes ended up in that condition. Who's funding these lawyers? Because supposedly they're poor from Honduras. So how in the hell do they have money to lawyer up? It makes you think a little deeper. There's more going on out there than what you think. And maybe it's just to buy a damn boat after all. Anyway, we'll turn it over to somebody else, and appreciate the show tonight and the talk time.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And Bitbanker, real quick, closing thoughts real quick, if you want on tonight's show.
We talked about Trump. We talked about the borders. Trump is doing a Cassius Clay. What he's doing, he's rope-a-doping everybody. He's going to come out, and he's going to hammer them all down good in the end, you'll see. This caravan coming up, they're the stupid ones. They're coming here, and they're causing all this trouble. They should have came to this country, assimilated in the country properly, and then turned on us and see if they could survive, like that council member did. He got here. He made a life. He was an upstanding man. Then we found out his true colors. Now it's time to get rid of him. So I think they did it all wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, if they were decent people, they could come to this country. But the majority of them who come to this country are not decent people. They treat a quarter-acre piece of property like a 40-acre ranch. They've got chickens and cows out there and cats and smashing bottles and parties. They set their lawn chairs up in the middle of the street and they fall down drunk. They smash bottles in the road. They shit in the gutter. They piss on the trees. And they're out there all hours of the day and night yelling, screaming, blowing the horns, and creating chaos throughout the city. These kind of people need to go back to those shithole countries.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
I know you're going to
let
me
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You got a chance. Go ahead. 3 minutes. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, I'm going to say something. I am against the caravan. I'm going to put that out there right now. Okay? But it surprises me that y'all don't make your own opinions. The first you're talking about MS-13 and terrorists and all that, and that's all there was in that caravan. And then you yourselves alone brought up this mother and this little girl and his dad. So it was a family. Right there you're contradicting yourselves. Right off the bat. You listen to that fake news, that fake media, and you already got your mind made up. Okay? That's fine. Okay? Y'all brainwashed as far as I'm concerned. You don't look at both sides of the news. And you talk about how hold on, let me finish, God damn it.
Yeah, let him finish. Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting, whoever's interrupting. Go ahead.
Roll Tide. Now, then you are talking about that mother should be locked up because she's bad, she put her daughter in that situation. Okay, well, y'all don't know what she was going through. Maybe she was a bad mother when she was staying in that shithole country. Maybe that's all she could do, go to the next country. Guess what? Mexico don't want them. Okay? They don't want them people either. Probably going to have a bad life in Mexico anyway. That's why they're going to come to the United States. So people do lots of stupid shit for their kids because they want the best for them, right?
That's right.
Okay, so that's why she came here. She would have been a bad mother by staying there. Again, I ain't for the caravan. Y'all people need to wake up and form your own opinions and not these people come here and shit in the gutters and smash bottles. God damn it, not everyone does that. Okay? Not every single one of them. Think to the people that you know. There's good black people, there's good white people, and there's good brown people. Okay? Y'all need to judge people by their character, not what you've been told, not be that racist bullshit, okay? Because we're all Americans, goddammit. Okay? I believe in you. I believe in the Constitution.
Don't interrupt them. Don't interrupt him, please. Jesus.
And I believe in Alabama football. Roll Tide. There, I've said my piece.
All right, thank you so much.
One thing.
That's right.
Thank
you so much.
That's not my opinion. Those are facts because I live with them right here, and I didn't say all of them. I said the majority of them, and I also said I welcome the caravan if they could act like normal people.
Now, do you have one on the line at the moment?
All right. Well, listen, everybody. We got
speak to him, please.
Everyone. We got to get ready to wrap up here the show here. And if there's anyone else who wants to queue in real quick, there's 4 minutes left.
Yes, just real quick. I'll be quick with it. Now,
all right. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to let you know, Ron. I am 6'4", almost coming up on 400 pounds now, and 8 inches cut. If you're interested, you can get my email. It's clay@freeamerican.com.
All right, I'll let you promote your email because that's what this show's about. I want to thank everyone here tonight for tonight's program. But again, everyone again, please, we need to focus.
That's the end of that.
Oh. Yeah, he got cut off because he gets in there early. But if you think about it, the caravan came up from Honduras, and they're not going